Hey everybody, welcome into another episode of My Facebook Live. I am your award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, and my name is Jeff Marconette Jr., as you can see on the bottom there. And I am here tonight with my friend and coach, the Big Dreamer, aka Greg Walker. Or should I say it the other way? I don't know.
You
But
said, I
we're
heard you. What
here
did you say?
tonight to discuss the fact that, well, I know we're all going through some hard times right now. And here in Ohio, it's not real easy. I mean, the bars are all closed, the restaurants are all closed, my gym is closed, everything pretty much is closed. And it's kind of like not cool. But so we're all going through some things and we're having a hard time. And we're a lot of us are probably getting tired of being in the house and watching the same things on the news, the same things on TV. So I wanted to come here with some lives and do them most nights. And I am here on another live. So if you would like to introduce yourself, Greg, you can go right ahead and do that.
Jeff, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on. You're one of my favorite people in the world of just awesome people. You're a student of mine twice, my Impact Speaker Academy. I'm Greg Walker, aka the Big Dreamer, 30-year entrepreneur of two of the largest fast food franchises in the world, international award-winning keynote speaker. I competed in the finals of the 2017 World Championship Public Speaking. #1 best-selling author of Dream to Grow Rich, How to Dream, Grind, and Hustle Your Way to Success. And Uncle G to many, husband, father, brother-in-law, and just a normal dude.
That's awesome, Greg. I thank you so much for doing that. If you give me just a second here, I'm sharing this in some groups, trying to get some more people on here to watch it.
I shared it out too.
All right, cool.
Hey,
Well, I
Sean, I see you on there.
appreciate that, Greg. But we ask each and every one of you if you would please share this video out, invite people to watch this video, give us thumbs up, thumbs down, hearts, stick your tongue out at us, cry at us, get angry at us. It doesn't matter. Just do something at us because we appreciate Greg's over there looking like a pirate.
Arr.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. So, how are you preparing, or how are you reacting to this news
What news?
of just the basic lockdown?
I don't even think about it. I don't even discuss it. We're watching Three Stooges, we're watching game shows. If you don't think about the negative, right? The people who are panicking out there buying all the toilet paper, all this kind of crazy stuff, those are people who are watching the news. I'm not saying don't put your head underneath the sand, but you don't have to watch the news every second. Listen, Jeff, I had an amputation 2.5 years ago. 13 operations, slept in a hyperbaric chamber for 2 hours daily for 6 months. Just had an eye surgery where they pulled my eye out. So I've had many infections. I have asthma. So if there's anybody who should be worried about getting this virus, it's people like me. But I'm not, because I wash my hands 20 times a day. I do it correctly. I wear, Jan just told me, Jan, my wife, who wants me to go get gloves, like surgical gloves. And so when I'm pumping gas, I don't have to touch anything. If you take precautions, right? If you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you're going to crash. If you keep thinking about negative thoughts about the news, you're going to get negative reactions. We have to put positive thoughts in our mind. Read the funnies, read new comics. So I don't buy into that all doom and gloom stuff.
That's awesome. Now I'm going to take a second here and say hi to some people that have joined us tonight, and it's pretty awesome because we have 12 people viewing us on Facebook alone. So, all
I see
right.
Sammy. Sammy shared us out. Sean shared us out. Hans Frailer from New Zealand. That's my man. Hans
Yeah,
Jr.
we have.
Listen, let me promote Hans.
All
Hans is
right.
a phenomenal friend from New Zealand. He's a phenomenal father, and he has a book called Walking on Glass. Walking on Glass. Find that book, Hans Frailer. He's a #1 dude. He's the #1 man in the world. I trust him. I love him with all my heart, like a brother I never had, just like you, Jeff. So Hans Frailer, put your book up there, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean.
And we want to say hi to Angela Etling. I hope you're having a fantastic evening, Angela. And she is one of the Impact Speaker Academy grads too. And then Sean Siegel, another Impact speaker, and Robin Shockley. Hi, Robin. And then hi to Nita Bashir. She's another Impact Speaker Academy graduate. And then hi to Ryan Baker. He's from darn it, the Bridgetown, the Y Bridge. It's I forget, but no biggie. And then we have Sammy
Randalla.
and we have Heather Zirkle and Lindsay Renee and Anthony Russo. Thank you, Anthony, for sharing this out. He is a motivational speaker, and he is the Be the Change Agent. So he's a pretty awesome guy. No, not Youngstown. Sorry, Anthony. And
Lotus Richie, I see you. I love you. Anthony, what's up? Angela, I love you, my sister. You're a phenomenal person, you and Lotus. And I always got to get Lotus's name right. I always say Richie. It's Richie.
Yeah.
Right, Richie. So thank all of you for joining us. Please share this out. Lotus has another great podcast. She's another one of my Impact Speaker Academy. So we have some quality people in here. See, Jeff, you and I always say it's not about quantity, it's about quality. Right? We don't care if we have 1,000 people on here. We have valuable people on us with us right now.
True that. So I love your whole thing about not watching the news and staying informed, but not watching the news constantly and not thinking about the things that are going on outside. You see, I believe that we have to think about us. We have to concern ourselves with ourselves. So is that something you think is important, Greg?
It's very important. It's very important. You know, we have to concentrate on everything that's good in our life right now because there's so much darkness in this world, in this country, that we have to think about other people and ourselves. We have to get rid of the negative people, the negative Nancys, the Danny Downers, whatever you want to call it. If we concentrate on only the good things in life, listen, you won't be out buying 80 rolls of toilet paper or whatever it is.
Yeah, you know, it's been hard to find toilet paper here too. Luckily, I'm not out. Yeah. All right. And then we also have Robert Shallow in the house. I want to say thank you for sharing this video out, Robert. And thank you, Lotus, for telling people please like and share and start a watch party.
Robert Robert Shallow is another quality dude right there.
Yeah, I know. And then Angela Etling says, "How's the eye?"
It's good. I got one.
I got one.
Listen, I may only have one eye, but I know how beautiful Lotus and Angela are. Right?
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
remember that. I can still see how beautiful my wife is. And listen, I had my surgery where they pulled my eye out last week. I'll be able to see. I lost my total sight in my right eye. But see, I'm a believer. I believe in things. I always think positive. And when my doctor told me he was going to do this surgery, Jane, my wife, was kind of hesitant. But after I saw all the facts, see, I'd go over facts instead of feelings. See, most people right now with this virus, they're not going over facts. They're going with feelings. So I went with the facts, what the surgeon said, and I did it. It was well done. And I'll have my total sight back in hopefully a week or two. So it's doing great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thank you for asking, Angela. And guys, you can ask questions in the news feed or in the feed. We will definitely answer as many questions as we can. Yes, that is me, Greg.
See that?
Yes, that's me. That's pretty awesome. So we wanted to come on here tonight and talk to you guys a little bit about mindset and the mindset that you should have when you're dealing with things like this. So I have actually come up with a few pictures here, and Greg and I are going to go over them now. Let's see if I can do this right. Yeah, there we go, Greg. So there's the first one, guys. And as you can see, it's two guys sitting in a jail cell. They both have the same view out of the window, but one guy sees something different. Why is that, Greg?
It's all because of his mindset. He uses perspective, right? It's your mind that makes poor or rich. It's the mind that makes healthy or sick. And the guy who sees it differently is just changing his perspective.
Yeah, that's exactly right, guys. And I just want to point out here that Robert Shallow says, "Greg, I want to send you one of my hats, Inspire to Inspire. I'm wearing, or Jeff is wearing one right now. Let me know where I can send you one."
Okay,
And,
I'll
and,
I'll DM my address. I appreciate that.
and then Rachel Johnson is in the house, and she's saying, "Hi, Jeff," and "Hi, Greg."
What's up, Rachel?
So that's pretty awesome too. She is one awesome lady. So I want to talk about how can somebody change their mindset enough to be able to see the beauty in every situation, not just in a jail cell, but in life in general.
Well, Jeff, I believe anyone can learn to change their mindset. Just think, someone right now who never had to go through anything in their life, they're thinking that's the end of the world. But you know what? If they just go visit, I believe everyone should go visit a nursing home when they can. I believe they need to go to a trauma center and see some young kid who was just hit by a semi a month later and see how they're doing. See a child who's been in the hospital with cancer for 2 years. That will shift their mindset. If they don't leave that place, any of those places, with a changed mindset, then nothing's going to change them. You have to see people worse off than you. You have to see situations worse off than you. That is what changes your mindset.
So you think it's imperative to see people that are worse off than you. So would it be beneficial to, well, of course it would. You said go to hospitals and all kinds of things. So, but Why do you think it is that the guy on the right in this picture shows a window without bars and the guy on the left shows a window with bars?
Well, the guy who sees the bars is in prison in his own mind. See, he's got the bars in his mind. The other person feels free because he's free inside of his mind.
That's great. And so you're telling people that they need to be free inside their minds, right?
That's right. The mind is what makes people in Calcutta, India, Mumbai, India, Bangladesh, where my brother, business partner Muhammad is from. That's what makes those kids who might be eating rice and beans, they feel like they're wealthy. They're smiling. And that's the difference between you can see a kid here with $1,000 iPhone and a 2018 BMW, and they think they're the poorest person in the world. Is that
Yeah.
mindset? I always say this. Sean just put this up. One of my quotes is, to be great, you must be grateful first. To be great, you must be grateful first.
That's great. And Lotus Roche said it comes from a foundation of gratitude. So
Yes.
that's a great point as well. So
Jeff, you and I have that foundation of gratitude. That's why there's not a lot of stuff. That's why we take things lightly. That's why we make jokes about everything, because we know we have that foundation of gratitude. What makes me happy every day is because I know I can get a call that something happened to my wife, Jan, my daughter, Amanda, my grandson, my son-in-law, my friends, right? I know that. So I'm grateful for every day, every second. As you say, I try to make every second count in my life.
that is awesome, Greg. Now I'm going to change the picture here, and I hope everybody can see that one, because that shows a guy walking with a smile on his face in the rain. How is he able to walk in rain? Or as a lot of people would say, how is he able to have a bad day and have a huge smile on his face?
Once again, Jeff, it's perspective. I spent almost 2.5 years in a hospital. So when I got out, when I could finally just walk a tiny little bit after 2.5 years, my niece Savannah, who it's raining, right? Everyone's crunching over. They got umbrellas, and I'm just walking in the rain, right? And Savannah looks at me and says, "Uncle, you're enjoying this, aren't you?" I said, "You darn straight I am." I even jumped in the puddle. We jumped in a puddle like a kid, because when you're looking out of that hospital room, or when you're in that hyperbaric chamber, which is a glass tomb, and you can't get out for 2 hours. When I was looking out at the rain, Jeff, for 2 hours daily for 6 months, I saw people running to their car out of the rain. And I said, when I get out of this chamber, when I'm done, I'm just going to walk in the rain. I'm going to let the rain hit my face. So maybe that's what that guy did. Maybe he just came back from a funeral from someone who's younger than him, right? Maybe he just got out of a hospital after semi-hitting. Maybe he just got out of the hospital after he had eye surgery or had an amputation. And that's what gave him perspective of smiling in the rain.
Yeah. And Greg keeps talking about a kid hit by a semi. And you have to understand that that's my story. That I was 17 years old sitting at a green light waiting to turn left when a semi truck ran the red light. He T-boned me in the intersection, leaving me with a broken neck, a broken jaw, two fractured ribs, a punctured lung, a ruptured spleen, and my worst injury was one that nobody could see. And that was the traumatic brain injury. And that's what makes me walk kind of funky now and talk kind of funky now. But I don't have an eye patch. But
hey, Jeff, I look at this guy walking in the rain, right? One of my greatest movies was Michael Jackson's favorite movie, and it's called Singing in the Rain with Fred Astaire. And if you want to,
singing in the rain.
right, on a glorious day, right?
Yeah.
When you see him and he's jumping around, he's dancing in the rain with the umbrella, he's just so happy, right? And other people are probably looking saying, what's he so damn happy about? I got to pay bills. What's he so freaking happy about? I just got in a car crash, right? It's all perspective.
Yeah, that is so true. And this show was about positivity, and I can't even remember exactly what I put, but it was about positivity and something else. I forget now. But this is great. I love when we're helping other people adjust their mindset and change their mindset, because a mindset can make somebody's life, can set them up for the long run.
Jeff, what you put up is, are you tired of watching the same things while isolating yourself?
Yeah, and what's the second sentence?
To discuss possibilities and positivity.
Oh,
Possibilities and positivity.
all right. So we'll get to the possibilities in a few, but I wanted to show this picture too, because this picture is so important, and it's just like the rest of them, that your day is only going a certain way because it's in your mind.
That's
You
right.
see, your mind creates your reality. Your mind finds the things that create your day. And if you say every day that I am so thankful to be given today and I will make it a great day, then your mind is going to look for the things that make it great. And it won't notice the things that don't make it great.
You know,
So,
Jeff, this
yes.
picture right here reminds me. We were at our condo in Myrtle Beach one year, and I went into a Walmart with Jan and Casey and Savannah. And I always ask people, how are you doing? How's your day going? And this girl back in the movie section, I said that, she says, I'm freaking stuck here. I said, you're stuck where? She says, I'm stuck here at Walmart. I said, stuck here. I said, can I look at your ankles? I look at Jan and Casey and Savannah. They said, see ya, uncle, see ya, baby. The girl said, where are they going? I said, they know I'm going to give you a talk. I said, what do you mean you're stuck here? She says, Walmart got me stuck here and I can't go anywhere. I said, can I see your ankles? She said, why? I said, just let me see them. She showed them. I said, you don't have anything tied your ankles. You don't have any shackles. The only thing that's keeping you here is you, your mind. You can leave anytime you want. You can be whatever you want to be. So there was nothing holding her leg down there like this elephant. It was her mind that was keeping her stuck there.
That's amazing. And that just goes to show that we do hold ourselves back. You see, we are the only people that can truly hold ourselves back. Nobody else can. I mean, they can offer input and they can tell you why it's not going to work or what's going to go wrong. But unless you accept what they say as being true, then they can't hold you back.
I like to say this, Jeff. I want everyone who's watching this say this with me slowly. As a man thinketh,
As a man,
so is he.
so,
As a man thinketh,
as
so
a man,
is he. As
so,
a man thinketh, so is he.
as a man.
Whatever you think you are, whatever situation you think you are in, that's where you will become.
Yeah. And I forget who it is. It's like Earl Nightingale said that you don't get what you want, you get what you are.
Yep, you don't get what you deserve. You get who you are.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing too. So remember that you are the only person that is holding you back, because that little rope that's there in your mind can't really hold you back. If that elephant really wanted to get away, Do you think that little rope and little nail would stop him?
Yeah. Jeff,
So,
another good illustration is, when Amanda, my daughter, is younger, we bought her a Labrador, and I took it to training. And first, when you train it with National Canine Trainer, you keep the leash on it, right? And then after training the dog so many times, you take the leash off the dog, and the dog still thinks you're holding the leash, so it walks on your side of your leg wherever you go. Isn't that something that we can control the mind? There's a book. There's a book by I forget his name, but it's called Dr. Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro. Dr. Carter G. Woodson. And it says if you can control what a man shall think, even if you order him to the back door and there is no back door, he will find one himself.
Demand one. Yeah. That's amazing, Greg. And I thank you for bringing that up because I had forgotten all about that. Carter G. Woodson said that.
Yep, the miseducation of the Negro. It's all about the mindset.
Yeah. All right. This is a picture that I made, and it's 3 steps to have a great day. And the first step is make the decision to have a great day. Not bad, not good, but great. All you have to do is make up your mind. Or as this says, just decide. So is having a great day really as simple as making a decision?
Yes, everything we do is a decision. When I wake up, Jeff, my feet will not touch the floor, right? Until I thank God for letting me wake up. Thank God for healing my amputation. Thank God I'm not in a hyperbaric chamber. Thank God for healing my eye. Thank God for giving me a beautiful wife to sleep next to for almost 33 years. Thank God for blessing me to be able to stand now, not in my wheelchair without a walker. So every day I tell myself it's going to be a beautiful day. Do things go wrong? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like right now with my restaurants, we're not allowed to have any eat in any restaurants in Ohio right now.
Yeah.
Right. So people aren't going to restaurants. But then I use perspective. We still have takeout, but when I see Outback, Longhorn Steakhouses, they are dead. People aren't even taken out. So I feel sorry for those men and women who own those. So I turn it around and I say, look, someone has it worse off than me. So yes, it's a choice that we make every single day.
Wow, that I never thought about the people that work at those steak places that they're really suffering. And what
Yes.
about the people that work at bars?
Oh, they're dying. And it's sad because President Trump and our governor Mike DeWine, they said they're going to release $50 billion, but just like the bailout in 2008, it's going to go to the casinos. It's going to go to the big corporations. It's supposed to go through the SBA, Small Business Administration, but it'll never touch my hands. It'll never touch the local Dairy Queen or the bar guy or woman. It won't. It'll go to the big people up top. That's what's sad.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm doing my part by trying to help other franchisees. I'm trying to help other business owners who have only been in business for a while. So I'm calling them up saying, hey, do you need me to come help you with anything? Do you need any of my 30 years advice? Because we all have something that we can help with.
Yeah, that's right. We all have something we can help with. So remember that, guys. It's going to be so important to help our fellow man through this, fellow woman too, but help your fellow human through these tough times.
That's right. I think it was Zig Ziglar said, help enough people get what they want and you will get what you want.
Yes, it was Zig. But
and this is just starting. The height of it is not even going to hit until maybe mid-June or July. Right? So Governor DeWine is talking about why bring the kids back after 3 weeks, because now it's going to be hitting the peak of it. So he's thinking about letting the kids stay out for the entire year.
Yeah, man.
And so is a lot of governors. But don't panic. We've been through so many things before. We Americans, we people know, we the human race, we are so resilient. We will get over this. It's people like me who have a compromised immune system, but I'll be okay. It's people, it's grandma who's getting chemotherapy, your aunt or uncle who's on oxygen, people, your cousin who has asthma. Those are the people. And that's why all the healthy young people must take it seriously to wash their hands thoroughly, because it's not about you, the young person, getting sick. It's about you getting grandma or aunt and uncle sick.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't really think about that. They're concerned about
Bless you.
excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. That doesn't really happen on these broadcasts normally. I would pinch my nose, make it go away, but I didn't want to tonight. So I want to take another second here and say hi to some more people. And now, hang on, I'll grab my phone here so I can see who got on with us. Now, I want to say hi to Robert J. Moore. He's an awesome guy from a Guinness Book of World Record holder from Toronto, Canada, I believe. And then I want to say hi to Terrence Leftridge. He's a Mr. Unstoppable from, well, now he lives in Broward County, Florida, but he's originally from Chicago, Illinois. And then I want to say hi to Donna Hess. And she says she loves my positive attitude. So I thank you for that. And Angela Etling says, do you hear music? Lotus just started a watch party. So thank you, Lotus.
Thank you.
And Chuck Black is in the house. And
Terrence Leffridge, I
yep.
see you, brother.
And Josh Osborne is also in the house. So I really appreciate everybody that's watching this tonight. And I ask you if you would please like, share, and invite people to watch this. And if you want to watch it with them, go ahead and start a watch party in any group you would like.
And hit those little hearts and the thumbs up, because it changes the algorithm. So just keep tapping it. Keep tapping those little hearts and those little likes.
Yep, that's great advice. Thank you for that, Greg. Now, on my picture, my second step to having a great day is take nothing for granted. And Greg is a great one at speaking on this because we have great air to breathe. We have clean air to breathe. We have clean water to drink. We have food we eat. We have arms. We have legs, and so on. And how can somebody see that stuff when they're not used to seeing that stuff?
Well, like I said, Jeff, when I was in the hospital all that time, I would watch you doing Facebook Lives. I'd watch Robert J. Moore. I'd watch Terrence Leffridge. I'd watch my man Terrence Freeman. Terrence was on here. You know, Terrence can tell you, I used to fall asleep watching Terrence on Facebook or Periscope, and he knew I was falling asleep, but it was helping me in my recovery after my amputation. So I'd look at them and I'd say, man, I can't wait to get out of this hospital. Just the smallest things in life I would never take for granted. And it's just doing a Facebook Live. And that's why I wish more people would do a Facebook Live, a Periscope Live, an Instagram, whatever it is, because these are chances that we could never have gotten 10 years ago. And it's an opportunity of a lifetime. It only takes one person to see you that can change your life. Someone maybe in Australia that's going to see you that maybe you have a great podcast like you do, Jeff, or Lotus has, right? It just takes one person. But when people take things for granted, they say, well, no one's going to see me. right? Nothing good's going to happen to me. You have to tell yourself, this is going to be the best season of my life. The best season of my life is coming upon me now, right? Turn every negative into a positive. Tell yourself, I might not be able to see out of two eyes, but I can see out of one eye,
Yeah.
right?
And we
Say I can't
can
jump rope
all
on
be
both my feet, but,
pirates.
right? Yeah, all right. Say I can't jump rope on both feet, but I can jump rope on one foot.
Yeah.
You have to turn everything around. Now, Jeff, some people just will not change. I know people that's been complaining since I got on Facebook 4 years ago, and they're still complaining because, as Les Brown once told me, Gregory, sometimes people like standing in their own crap.
Ew.
Some people like standing in their own crap. And those are the people who've been complaining about their life 4 years ago, and they're still doing the same thing on Facebook. And those people, you just got to let them go, I believe. Not everyone when the Titanic sank could be rescued. The only ones that could be rescued in the Titanic were the ones who reached out their hand for help.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So what he's saying is you have to ask for help.
Yes.
You can't just expect it. You have to ask for it. Because somebody's not going to help you up if you don't ask them to.
And asking for help is not a weakness. Most men think asking for help is a weakness. It's not. Listen, I'll ask for directions everywhere I'm driving.
Yeah.
Because how are you supposed to get the answer if you don't ask for help? So asking for help is a strength. It makes you stronger. It makes you stronger. It doesn't make you a weak man or a weak woman. So do not be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, Les Brown says, ask for help and ask for help until you get that help. And don't stop asking for help until you get that help. So pay attention, because success and having a great day or a great life, it leaves clues.
It sure does.
Yeah. And then my third step to having a great day is remember how amazing you are. And I mean, yes, Greg is still amazing now that he's had an amputation, and he was amazing before he had his amputation, but he's a lot more amazing when he remembers how amazing he is. When he knows that he has a heart inside here beating blood throughout his body. When he knows that he has nerves in his arms that are helping him move his fingers. When he has all kinds of things, bones that don't break. How what's the easiest way to remind somebody how amazing they are?
They just have to tell themselves, Jeff, we are all uniquely made, right? We all have a uniqueness about us. But most people, we're all born uniquely, but most people die a copy. Most people try to be someone else. Just be yourself. It's funny because Sean Siegel, who's on here, one of my brothers, we went out for his birthday and he had his kids. And Sean gets mad at me when he sees me without my hat because he said I just don't look the same without my hat, right? But Jeff, I never wore a hat till I was 46 years old because I was always worried about what people thought of me. But I wanted to wear a hat all my life. So listen, someone might not like me wearing a hat, but that's me. That's my unique self. I'm not dying a copy. I'm going to die being me. That's why I wear shorts in the wintertime. People look at me filling up my gas tank. I'm like, okay, this is who I am. So you have to tell yourself that you are uniquely made, that God made you the way you are. And think about this, Jeff. To be born who we are right now, our odds was 1 in 400 trillion to be who we are. So if you think you're facing odds in life, you beat out 400 trillion sperm. You will never beat those odds again.
Yeah,
Right?
that's pretty amazing.
So you were made unique. And listen, Jeff, things will not go our way. Jeff, that I'm giving the fourth largest TED Talk in the world, right? And it
Yeah.
took me 5 years to get that. Well, guess what? We had one practice. I rocked it. They told me I was going to be the premier speaker, which almost made me cry because I didn't start speaking until 4 years ago. And now it got postponed because of this stupid virus. But I turned it around. I said, listen, I didn't lose. I'm not disappointed because I finally got what I wanted. Right? I got it. I got the practice, and I know they'll bring it around sometime this year or next year. So a lot of people, a couple of speakers I talked to, they're so upset. They're cursing, whatever. I'm like, dude, girl, listen, you got the talk. You got the practice on the big stage. Be happy with that, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't discontinued. It was postponed. There's a difference between being canceled and being postponed. Maybe it's postponed because we can now make the talk even better. Maybe we can perfect our slides even better. So I always try to take that negative and turn it into a positive.
Yeah, that's awesome. And wow. You're just rocking my world here. You're just laying things out and they make so much sense.
Well, I don't think my stuff makes sense, Jeff.
Why?
It's something I deal with, right? Whenever I get done speaking, whether it's speaking to 10,000 people, 100 people in New York City, or my TEDx talk, because I don't write speeches. I don't write scripts. I'll be talking to, I think, 3 groups of Toastmasters with Sean, and I'm going to teach them how speaking in the real world is compared to speaking in Toastmasters, because they're 2 different things. But I don't get it. But as my big brother Les Brown says, you don't have to get it, Greg. As long as people write those checks, you're doing okay.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing also.
And I thank you. I thank you for the kind words. I do.
Yes, for sure, sir. So remember, guys, when you wake up, you have a decision to make. You can be thankful for waking up. You can decide that your day is going to be great. You can be, oh, excuse me, you can be grateful for the breath in your lungs, for the water that is in your veins or blood or whatever. The food that you have to eat, and the arms and legs that you have. And then after that, you can remember how amazing you are. And then you have one more big decision to make. Am I going to have a bad, a good, or a great day? Now, you see, there's 3 paths that lead off of you waking up. And that goes for bad, good, or great. And sometimes they'll start one way and start going another way. But is there a way that you can make that day change directions?
Yes, there is.
And what would be the easiest way to make that day change directions?
Your mind, right? You decide. No one chooses for you. No one chooses for me. It's my choice to have a good day or a bad day. It's my choice that if my GPS takes me off track, I can either get angry, start flipping the world off, or I can say, hey, I just got to make a U-turn, find another way around. Life, happiness, success, whatever it may be, it's all our choice. And when people figure that out, that you wake up every day, you're breathing, like you said. If you live in America, you hit the lottery. You hit the lottery by waking up in America. I don't care who you are. Where can you come from another country, like my brother Tarek Muhammad, right? From one of the poorest countries in the world, come to America, become a citizen, and becomes a biologist, right? We live in the greatest country in the world. We don't have parasites in our water like they do in West Africa, when they drink it, they pull worms out of their legs that are 6 feet long, called a tapeworm. We don't have
Ooh,
that. We have hot, clean running water. So
yeah.
you have to tell yourself, today is going to be a great day. Before I go to bed every night, as I say my prayer, I tell myself, thank you for letting me breathe today. Thank you for letting me have healthy kidneys. I know there's a friend of mine on Instagram. His name is Jack. When you see Jack, he looks like a bodybuilder, but he's been dealing with kidney disease for the past 10 years. And you see him, he's constantly having surgeries. So I look at him and I'm like, wow, I got it made. I got it made with my little problems. And Jeff, I tell people this, I'm always thankful for the problems that I do not have. Let me say that again. I'm thankful every day for the problems I do not have. I don't have cancer, right? I have sight in one eye, and I'll get it in both eyes. I have healthy organs, right? You have to be thankful for the things you have now, because when you lose those things, you don't want to wait till you lose something to say, wow, I can't believe I had that.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's what
pretty
most Americans do. Most
yeah.
Americans lose it and they're like, wow, I had something great. I had something great. Most people do it in their relationships, right? We've all heard someone say, I should have never let him go. I should have never let her go. And then it's too late. So you have to appreciate what you have now. You have to live in the now. I always say NOW, no opportunity wasted. When you're walking on the beach with your kids or your spouse, whatever, enjoy that now. Right? When you're having pizza, instead of everyone taking selfies, while you're having pizza, why not just enjoy the pizza and the people you're with?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Now, I'm just taking a selfie right now, so deal with it. But no, I really wasn't taking a selfie. But I just wanted to take a second here and tell you thank you for being here tonight. I know you're a busy guy and it looks like you're in a movie theater right now.
No,
So,
this is my movie theater Jan built me 15 years ago.
well, that's pretty darn cool. And we thank you for being in your theater and being here with us tonight, because the world is really coming to that people are worried about themselves. They're not
Yeah.
thinking about the bigger picture, and the bigger picture can mean so much to each and every one of us. So you have to think about the bigger picture. And that's why I'm trying to have a Facebook Live every day, because I know that people are trying to stay inside, and we're trying to come up with all kinds of interesting topics for you guys to pay attention to. And I thank everyone, including Greg, for coming in tonight, for watching with us, for giving us likes, thumbs up, hearts, whatever you wanted to give us, and starting watch parties and inviting people to watch this video, because you never know who we are going to be able to help, or who you are going to be able to help by inviting them to watch us. So I need each and every one of you, including you, Greg, to do me a favor this week and next week and the rest of the year and the rest of your life. I need you to remember that you need to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. Again, I'm Jeff Marconette Jr., your international award winning Make Every Second Count speaker, telling you that you need to make every second count today. Anything else to add, Greg?
Listen, I just want to tell people one of my favorite quotes I made up is called, "We are all too big to dream small," right? We all have the uniqueness about us. We all have the ability to step in any possibility that we see. I always tell people, Step into your possibility. Step into your greatness, right? And Jeff, can I put a little plug here? If you want to learn how to get booked and paid to speak, please, my third quarter Impact Speaker Academy ISA is coming up. We're probably going to have it maybe in July. We don't know with this virus going on, but probably July or August. So if you want to learn how to get booked and paid to speak, I know Jeff came 2 times, Nita Bashir came twice, Sean and Jeannie came twice, some people on here. I teach you real world stuff, things that Les Brown taught me, things I've learned on my own. There's no fluff. Jeff, I tell people, if you want fluff, go to Build-A-Bear. Don't come to me.
Yeah.
Right? So I thank you for having me on here, brother. I mean, it's such a pleasure to be with positive people who I love because you enrich me. You empower me. Like so many people on here, like Terrence Freeman, like Sean Siegel, Terrence Leverage. I think Julia's on here. So many people on here, they empower me, right? I need that too. I need to be uplifted sometimes too. I'm not always Mr. Happy-go-lucky guy. I get sad. I get sad when I hear a child is sick. I get sad when I hear someone who I grew up with have passed away or have cancer, right? So I need people too. And when we are doing this, I tell people all the time, Jeff, that we are here to be a blessing, not to be blessed. Let me say it again. We are not here to be blessed. We are here to be a blessing. So someone's watching this now on a replay, and Jeff, the words that you've spoken to them, the words that I've spoken to them is helping them somehow. So we have to stop thinking we cannot make a difference in someone's life because you never know who's watching this. So you have to speak life into people. You have to speak, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. Watch what you say to yourself. If you watch this on a replay, don't call yourself stupid. Don't call yourself ugly. Don't call yourself ignorant. Tell yourself that you are a beautiful soul, that you have the power to accomplish whatever Jeff Marconette did, whatever Greg Walker, the Big Dreamer, did. We are no different than anybody else. We are just the dreamers and the doers.
That was wow. I don't even know what to say to that. That was just amazing. Drop the mic. Just be like, it's done. It's over.
And remember, Jeff, my TED Talk is going to be why your DGH is more important for your success than your GPA. We all know GPA is grade point average, but DGH is my 3 system that got me everything in my life ever wanted. And it stands for dream, grind, and hustle. If you have those 3 things, if you can dream like Walt Disney, if you can grind like Thomas Edison, if you can hustle like Elon Musk, you can have anything in life that you want. And also, that's my second book coming out, Dream, Grind, Hustle. So look for that soon.
It's another shameless plug.
That's right. Listen, if you don't toot your horn, no one else is.
Yeah. I'm not tooting your horn. That's not good, Greg.
No.
All right, guys. I thank you again in being here tonight, and I put DGH up there on the screen, Greg, because I didn't have time to write out Dream, Grind, Hustle because I don't type real well. But oh well, things happen. Yeah.
All right. Thank you once again, Lotus Roche. Thank you for being on here. I love you, Angela. Great people on here. Each and every one of you. Listen, if there's one thing I want each and one of you to take away from what Jeff and I said today, is that you have worth, that you have the power to do or change anything in your life. The government's not going to do it for you. I'm not going to do it. Jeff's not going to do it. You have to make the choices in your life. You have to control the power. Like Dorothy said when she clicked her shoes together, and was it Glendora the Good Witch said, Dorothy, you had the power to change all along with inside of you. So I'm telling you this, if you're watching this, you have the power to make the change in your life, but you must do it now, and you must make every second count.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys, and each and every one of you have a great night.